Hello, welcome to part 5 of Blender 2.5 Alpha 1 Basics. Let's move on to do a few more things. Okay, let's have a look at duplicating and selecting polygons with a box selection set. So let's do that. So how do we go and duplicate objects for a start? So got this little monkey guy in here. If you hold down Shift D, guess what? Duplicate. We've done it. And then you'll move it around and place it. So the only thing I don't like about it is it's just an arbitrary placement. Look, horrible. But there you go. That's just how it is. So we'll sort of deal with that now and move it on. And there we go. So we've got two items now. Let's go and select monkey number 1 here, and let's go into object mode. So let's go into edit mode, tab key, and we'll press the A key to deselect everything. Let's go and do a marquee selection. I think they call it a box selection, but same sort of idea. Box selection is more helpful for you to try and remember it because it begins with the letter B. There we go. So I can click and drag, and that's going to go and select. Currently that's selecting well, whatever it's selecting, edges or faces, or there you go, selecting faces now. That's okay. And how do I sort of reduce the selection if I need to go and do that? Well, it's the same thing again. It's going to hit the B tool again, but middle mouse button rather than left hand mouse button. That will now take that selection away. Yeah, and then B tool again. I can add to a selection, and well, and then you're left into move mode. So you've got to be very careful with that and do that. And then B selection again will make all those guys there, for instance. And we'll alter around that a little bit and try and get half and half. Okay, and now we're going to go B, middle mouse button, click and drag, sort of there. See how that goes. Okay, now with half of this model selected, let's go and do a Shift D on this to go and duplicate it, and we'll move it off to one side. Now you've got to be very careful on these things, because if you go and do this, if you decide that this is now not a separate object. This is still part of mesh 1. If I hide mesh 1, it says here hide mesh 1. Can't see it. Let's go into tab key. We're going to hide mesh 1. Then everything goes. Yeah. So that doesn't duplicate to a new object. It's just duplicating the mesh within that object. So let's go back into tab key. And we'll alt left hand mouse button, middle mouse button, down like nav, but there you go. Right, got to be careful what we do here, because if I decide to X to delete, if I say all, it doesn't mean it's going to go and delete all these faces. Yeah, if I go and say all, it deletes everything. So be careful. Same with if I've only got, say if I've got let's go and press the A key to deselect something. If I go and press the B for box move and grab them, for instance, if I press the X key again, you think all will be everything, the vertexes and the faces and the edges of my selection. Incorrect. It deletes everything. So just be aware of that. And I think that will sort of cover that. So duplicating and marquee selection. The other thing you can do, you can grow your selection as well. Brain, there we go, selection, and we can grow here. Yeah, and if you've got a number keypad, you can use that. If you're on a laptop like I am, you can't use that, so you're scuppered. The plus and minus keys do nothing on a laptop, so it has to be a numeric keypad. Just so it's not very laptop friendly, but there you go, it is free, can't complain that much. Moving on. Right, that'll do, isn't it? So that's just duplicating objects and polygons and marquee selection, or they call it box selection. I think that'll do. So short, sweet, and there you go. Catch you in a bit.